Do you believe that, Melody?
No, I definitely don't. You're sad. I do feel for you. I once had love for you. Although you've done a whole bunch of evil things, you have a dark soul. But I still don't. But I still don't hate you. You was like, oh, you're going to my enemy.
Where have you been?
I always feel like divine timing. That's if you let God be God and do your part, but then back up and let God do the rest, everything happens when it's supposed to, how it's supposed to, and that's what I was on. At times, I ain't gonna lie, I was wondering, I was like, why they ain't got him yet?
Damn,
Well, then, if
Tisha.
that's the case, you should.
Martell going to jail, I don't agree with it.
Why you don't agree with it?
Leave my daddy alone! I don't agree with sending someone to jail, especially
If it can be resolved.
if it can be resolved. I think as us, as a African American community, black men
Yeah,
going to jail,
yeah. It makes sense.
I just don't agree with that. Y'all have kids. I feel like if something can be resolved, you should not send your ex to jail.
I'm tired of hearing you saying that.
Be yourself. See? You may be looking at your husband, but look back now at yourself. Because it's how you handle things that show you who you are. So you could be home saying that no good nigga, so and so and so and so, and I'll never forgive him. Well, that's you. And what kind of heart have you got now? Well, I can blame him because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this hard heart. See, but the scripture says it's not what goes in that defiles the person. It's what comes out. Did you think that
get this right? Hey, what's up, my truth seekers? How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great today. Yes, indeed. Hi, Bertha. I see Bertha Raymond is in the house. She say it's cold and raining here in the DMV too. Wrap up and stay warm. Oh my God, down here in the deep south, it is very hot down here. I see my girl Davita James is in the house. She say hello, Queenie. Queenie, my mod is in the house. Yes, indeed. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great today. I mean, it was like maybe the other day was raining very hard, but today the sun is out down here. Miss Bug, she's in the house. She says, "So good to see you, ladies. It's cold and rainy here in California. Oh my God, in Sunny City." Wow, wow. So, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and not non-biased. And in here, like I said, we stand on our truth. Our truth may not be your truth, but like I said, it is our truth. Okay. And if you can't stand the heat, then you get out the kitchen because we are not pacifying anyone in here. Like I said, we are adults. We are not babies, and we ain't got time for all that. Like I said, I don't give a care if you guys get mad, but it is what it is. If you think that this channel is not for you, then you're going to find some channel that's going to accommodate you. But in here, it's real talk. So, guys, again, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and non-biased. Let me make sure that I do all this good stuff. But how you like my backboard? I'm thinking about not doing a green screen anymore. What I'm gonna do is I'm thinking about fixing it just like this. I want it to come on around 6 o'clock because I wanted to go ahead and do the premiere, but for some reason, my technician that has supposed to set up my TV, he didn't show up, so he's going to show up Monday. But I also, I wanted to give a review while I was watching the show, okay? But also hearing that they are trying to boycott. Guys, don't believe that. Don't believe that at all. These people are what I call insane, overzealous fans and content creators. Believe me, your enemies, you need them in your corners because they going to be the first one that push this, okay? And also, who are they think they are? You are a very, very small number. This is, like I say, this is owned by Warner's Brother and Harpo Network and Warner's Brothers. That's a big old huge network. So ain't nobody mad but the devil. Okay. So again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine buys. So let me go ahead and do the little good stuff, get that all out the way. How did you guys like my intro? Like, let me know how you like my intro. But let me go ahead and add this right here because, like I said, no one loves the truth, but we're going to sit there and stand on our truth. And if you don't like it, ain't nobody mad but the devil. Ain't no trauma binding people in here. Like I said, we all been cheated on. We all been hurt, but like I said, we don't wallow in our mess. Okay. So the copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, and reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay. Davita James said, I really like the intro. Thank you very, very much. I just wish that, Call is King, this season right here, I wish that he would be able to allow Martell to reveal it all. Just be his authentic self, tell his story because we already know when he was trying to tell his story, Melody, Miss Buddy, always, she always interfere, and over talk Martell. But this is it, guys. Like I say, this is his reality. This is his family. And whether, we want to, accept it or not, just tune to something else. This is a reality show. And if he's on this reality show, then, he's going to have to tell his story. But, like I said, enough is enough. It's time for us to go ahead and put this show back on the right track, and if they are an ensemble cast, then they're going to have to sit there and tell their story. And if anybody, just don't want to, accept it, then go. I talked about all this right here. All you seeing right now is prophecies being fulfilled. Every time when you play dirty, you never win. Everything that Melody, she touched, everything that Melody touched, it always ends up in somebody else's hands. And I've been saying this for day one. Everything that she touched, because she's not letting go and letting God. What she's doing is she's taking revenge herself. And what the Most High God said, revenge is mine, says the Lord. God does not need your help. And anytime when you in the front and you steering the wheel, all you doing is tying up God's hands. That's all you doing is tying up God's hands. And whether we like it or not, when I always talk about Martell is not the only person that cheated, but it's time to move on. It's time for us to move on. Also, guys, I went ahead and dropped the link. If you guys want to come on, you are welcome to come on. And when 6:30 comes, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shut it down so we can go ahead and watch the show. But I wanted to watch the show together, guys. But for some reason, this TV, I don't know how to hook this TV up. I'm going to let a technician come on and do it. I see my girl's in the house, Starbucks. She says, welcome everyone back to Real Talk with Lady D. How are you doing, Starbucks? Also, Bertha Raymond, my girl Bertha, she said, I like the background, but the lettering in the title is okay, is blended in almost to the point of whitewashing a contrasting color against the background color might do the trick. But this okay, I see what she's saying. So I think she's this part right here she cannot see. So yeah, the part of the thumbnail right there, it says if you can't stand the heat, then you get out the kitchen. Also, guys, I went ahead and put my Cash App, Real Talk 985. You are not obligated to Cash App me, but if you feel led that you want to go ahead and donate, feel free. Real Talk 985. Or better yet, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the like button, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. I got 25 people in here. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Hit the like button. It won't hurt. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and promote this right here. This is not affiliated with Stormy YouTube. This is my own doing. Okay, so let me see if I can make the screen a little bigger. Yes, this right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the body glaze. I'm going to make sure that I do a better video, but this is the body glaze by Stormy Steels. Make sure you go ahead and support small businesses, because like I said, we have just a very handful, 1% right here in the United States of small Black businesses. So make sure you go ahead and support Stormy Steels. And she's not paying me. This is not no promotion. This is my own doing. If I get to 100 viewers in here before well, after I go live, that's it. But while I'm live, I'm gonna try to stay on at least until 6:30. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to let you guys be able to go ahead and purchase whatever you want to purchase dealing with Stormy Steele's Canvas Beauty body glaze. I have the body glaze. If you want the oil, whatever she's selling is up to you, but make sure you have Cash App. It smells so good, guys. I mean, and it is everything that I need. Okay, everything. So we have to make sure that we promote Black businesses, okay, especially Black businesses that wants to help other people to grow as well, not just because they want to be the only ones that prosper, and don't want nobody else to prosper. Okay, make it make sense. Okay. Also, Country Girl say hello, Denise. She's speaking to Denise. Starbucks says if you would like to support the channel, Cash App, Real Talk 985, appreciated, and it's not required. Also, Denise Marsha, how are you doing, Denise? She says, Country Girl Queenie, hell, the beauty, hoping you doing well. Okay, so guys, let's go ahead and before I get into my commentary, like I said, I went ahead and dropped the link, guys. If you all want to come on, you are welcome to come on. This is not a trauma binding page. So if you think that, you are trauma binding, and you think that you could come on here and try to tell me off, then you got another thing coming. Okay. Like I said, in here, we are grown folks. If you cannot stand the heat, then you get out of the kitchen. Okay. But before I get into all that, I want to go ahead and share this with you. I mean, this right here I saw in the shed room, which I find it very, very disturbing. Sexy Red, she's a rapper, and how she was at some concert, white concert, and dancing, buck dancing, twerking, and acting a plumb fool. But you know how it is. I talk about it all the time. That's exactly what they wants to see us act like buffooneries and hood rats and just stereotyping the black man. I mean, they will pay you. They will pay you millions, sometimes billions of dollars just to have you to sit there and distract these silly sheeps, because we mimic everything that we do. I see that I got a Cash App, guys. Thank you very, very much for sending a Cash App. And I pray that it falls on good grounds, unlimited, shaking it together, where the Most High God will give you an overflow. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But let's go ahead and before I get into my commentary, I'll go ahead and share this with you right here, guys. I hope you all can see the screen. This is so disturbing. When I saw this right here, I mean, well, it's not nothing new because, like I said, we are living in what I call the latter days, and you're going to see stuff like this because they know who we are. It's just the thing about it is that we don't know who we are, because if we knew that we was God and goddesses of the Most High God, then we wouldn't be acting like that. They going to do any and everything to distract us, just like when it comes to these reality shows. They're going to do any and everything. So if they can get these silly rappers and these silly people like a Miss Buddy and get them on and emasculate the black man and acting a plumb fool, then they're going to go ahead and do it. What's the purpose? What's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your daggone mind? What's the purpose? Just look at that. She's in a crowd at a country concert. And what she's doing is she's twerking and acting a fool, buck dancing in front of all these palm people. And they think that's the way we act. They think that's the way that we act. They're gonna get a few of them, and nothing new. Nothing is new in the sun. They going to get a few of us to act a fool because all this right here is a distraction. And the thing they're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, I knew they wasn't nothing. I knew they not nothing," and it's gonna put all that in our mind that we not nothing. But they know who we are. They have studied us. But the thing about it is that we allow the things of this world to sit there and keep us from our full potential. Make it make sense, okay? So let me go ahead and read some of the comments. I think this guy name was Zach Bryan, and it says Sexy Red shows Sexy Red some love. This is, like I said, this is where we are. Nothing is new under the sun. Someone says embarrassing. Well, like I said there and say, not many of us going to be able to cross over. It's just like when it comes to all the stuff that we're about to go ahead and get into. People think that their ways are right, but what's the purpose? What's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your daggone mind? Now, you know good well that is a doggone shame, but that's all right, guys, because like I say, many are called, but few are chosen. I see right here also a comment said we can't afford to be represented like this. Now it has to change. Like I said, it starts with us. All this right here, it starts with us. And if we sitting there, continue sitting on the soapbox, allowing these people to entertain us, because that's what they do. They know what we like. These people are embedded in us. They know what we like. They plot overtime, working overtime, because they know we love to be entertained. We love reality shows. We love entertainment. We love football. So what they going to do? They going to give us what we love, and they going to work overtime on us. Someone else says him doing the post with her. everything. So I don't know what that means. Zach Bryan says something in the red. I'm not twerking on stage for a bunch of palm people entertainment, but that's to show you how far some of us have fallen. We have fallen so far, guys, but this right here, like I say, this is what I call end time prophecy. So with all that being said, guys, I already did my copyright disclaimer. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna do one more mic check. And after that, like I said, I went ahead and dropped the link, guys. If you want to come up, you can come up. We're just going to stay at least about maybe 40 minutes. And after that, we're going to get ready for the show, okay? But let's go ahead and I want to play this right here. Okay, guys. Yes, I wanted to do a mic check, but I wanted you to see that as well. This is to show you, this is where, like I said, it's time for us to get this show back on track. If you say that, you wants to enjoy these reality shows, and we already know that these people, they get paid, get paid to entertain us, then Martell, he's going to have to tell his story, because you already know when it comes to Melody, just like she said to her brother, and it's not her words verbatim, but, she's saying that, she thought that they was going to, come and arrest him sooner. So she wanted to see this black man. She wanted to see this black man in jail, because she know that, she left a good thing. And she also know without Martell, then it won't be any Melody trauma bonding storyline. And I know you guys don't want to hear it. You guys don't want to hear it. Melody does not have a storyline if it's not involving Martell. And I just hope that they did not use the court system. They did not use the court system as a storyline, because that is very low, very, very low. And I just hope people would do their research and stop allowing people to run with these false narratives, especially when I was watching Air Renner. I was watching attorneys was coming on, and even Air Renner, he had to shut it down, because everything, oh, poor Melody, poor Melody. But like I said, it takes two to tear down the house, okay? And I do not think that Martell tore that house down by himself. And then the way that you guys want to spin the story when it comes to his children, like he's abusing his children. Do you actually think that if Martell was abusing his kids, do you think that the judge would have sat there and have him to be a part of those children's life without having someone to supervise? Come on, guys. Like I say in here, it's critical thinkers. No way. Do you think that Martell will be able to go to the kids' schools and sit and eat with them and go to all their events and be a part of the school board? He says he's very active when it comes to the school system. Do you actually think that? So if the millimeters are boycotting or on a blackout, then let them stay where they are. Do it. Continue. Because all this is because of you guys. And it's not no allegedly. All this because of you guys. These overzealous fans and content creators. Tell the truth and shame the devil. It's because of you guys. You guys sat there and you went and you stalked these people, went and drove by these people's homes, their businesses, and went on their business pages and flooded out, gave them bad reports. You guys did all this. So now you're trying to play the victim. Wang, 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 wang. And they're going to be the first ones. They hollering, oh, let's do a blackout. You can't do a blackout on Warner's Brothers. Do you know how long this network, Warner's Brothers, been out? Make it make sense. That should show you these people, something is not right in the upper room when it comes to these melanuts. Something is not right. Like I said, this right here is a reality show. You guys made it so personal by taking it from this reality show and trying to be so personal with these people. I saw something today that was very disturbing, guys, very horrible. I didn't even want to put the video. I saw someone had recorded Martell and Ariane and her child at a zoo, going, to a event, going to a zoo, enjoying their day. And I don't know if it's recently or something, maybe old or whatever. I don't know. But to film these people personal life, guys, that's where the line is drawn. That's what you call stalkers. And then you want to put that on social media. What Martell needs to do, Martell need to find out who are sitting there putting his personal business, recording this man while he's out there with his family, putting their lives in danger, putting their lives on danger in order for them to sit there and have someone to kiki behind this. That's just to show you these people mindset. And I just hope that Martell and Ariane and even all the other cast get some security. You guys need the security. Mel is going around saying she need to up her security, but no, you guys need to up their security, because most of this stuff coming from these trauma binding overzealous fans and content creators. And that's why they got this huge lawsuit over them. And I hope Maurice and everybody else that's going after these people, I hope they don't let up, because once you let up, then 7 more is going to come, and they're going to come out worse than what they already is. So let them sit there. They say they want a boycott or do a blackout, which that's a lie. These are bottom feeders. These are stalkers. These are bullies. Bullies is not going to sit there and crawl back into their hole. They're not going to do that. These people going to be the first ones that's going to tune in. I promise you, because like I said, your enemies, your adversaries are your biggest advertisers. And you're right. So embarrassing. Denise Marshall says exactly. That's just how they see us. And our people think it's acceptable. They would never have their own kids out there looking foolish, but we sitting back laughing. We Black people have to do better. Absolutely. Like I said, we know who we are. But the thing about it, that these silly sheeps, they just can't be patient. They can't wait. They can't wait. Just like a Miss Buddy. Miss Buddy had a very beautiful family. Miss Buddy sat there and said nothing was like it in her household. They went on trips. They sat there and they did a lot of things together. When they go out, he pulls the chair. Martell brings her flowers. She saw no signs. Miss Buddy even made a song about that. But yet, she sat there and she sold her family, sold her soul for a bowl of beans, for a pipe dream. And everybody sitting there saying, this is Melody's vision. No, it's not Melody's vision. It's Carla's King vision. It's Carla's King vision. Because Melody and Martell, they was trying to set something else up, HGTV. They wasn't thinking about doing a reality show. Carla's King came up with Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Not Melody, not Martell. But if truth be told, Martell went out there. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Martell used his sources, his people, and got with Carla's King and helped to get all this together and then passed it on to Melody. See, you guys need to start telling the truth. What we need to do on here, we need to start doing some fact checking. We need to start doing some fact checking, because enough is enough. And I hope these people do set back these melanuts and let this show get back on track. And we want to see stuff that's on the show. We don't want to know nothing what's going on in these people's personal business. But we also want Martell to tell his story. We want Martell to tell his story, just like he told Carlos King and whomever. If I cannot be my authentic self, then fire me. I'm pretty sure there are more people that wants to pick up this story, because even when Martell went to jail, someone that they was doing some work together, Martell was telling it to Tasha K, came and bailed him out. So I'm pretty sure Martell got many streams of income. Martell got many doors open. It's just a thing about you guys think that, oh, just because, it's not Melody, that you can put your foot on this man's neck. Look how she sat there and she told her brother, they could have been got him. And it's not exact words, but still of all, that is the father of your children. The father of your children. And the thing about it, what she keep bringing up, she already had supposed to have forgiven him. She's supposed to have forgiven him. That's why she went back and say she had another child for him. You knew all this stuff was going on when you sat there and had another child. Make it make sense. Like I said, guys, and here is real talk. Unapologetic and non-biased. And if you can't stand the heat, then you get out of the kitchen. Denise Marsh say exactly. That's just how they see us. Absolutely. I read that. Miss Wu say, good afternoon, Lady D in chat. How are you doing, Miss Wu? Also, Denise says, it's not old. I seen this mess earlier showing him Ari at the zoo with the baby. They said she must have had a baby because the stroller was pink. Yes, I did read that. They said he should have gotten Ari hair done and bath. Like I said there and say, they were just in both, but they just jealous. Ariane, one thing about Ariane is a very beautiful melanated goddess. And most likely that's what Martell was attractive to. She's at a zoo. And who to say, you out there and down here in the South, you can press your hair and before you know it, the climate, it puffs it up. But who cares? She has some beautiful hair. She don't have to sit there and put pounds and pounds and pounds of hair weave and look like Cousin It, or look like a cap is sitting on her head. She don't have to do that. So the more dirt that they are trying to sling on these people, the more that the Most High God is building her up. Because one thing that we do know, that the Most High God is not the author of confusion, but of love, peace, and of a sound mind. And the thing about Mel, she wants to use God's name. God this, God that. Girl, God don't bless no mess. God does not bless no mess. And especially when you sitting there, you wants to put it and you wants to put it in your hands and make a big mess out of it. But it's horrible. It's very horrible for you guys to sit there and keep picking and beating this dead horse. Nobody wants to see Melody and Martell go back and forth no more. And on this channel, even if I got to sit there and rewrite my story on my platform and tell it the way that I want to tell it, then I'm going to tell it. Because it's time for us to sit there and bring some light to all this stuff that Melody is getting away with. Because I truly believe that Melody should be.
You're under arrest.
겁이 나서 시작조차 안 해봤다면 그댄 투덜대지 말아 좀. GG.
Melody should be in jail. Hold on one second, guys. I am back, but Melody should be in jail. Martell is the one that have given Melody grace. Well, how did Martell give Melody grace? Because when Melody sat there and tried to unalive this man in his own house over money, guys, over money. Like I said, what's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your daggone mind? Martell gave her mercy because Martell could have taken that video clip and would bring it to the DA and had her butt arrested. Don't you know that is arson? That's first degree criminal. She most likely would have been in prison, not jail. So I just hope Martell will be able to tell his story, because we already know that Melody, she beat this dead horse until she couldn't beat it no more. 7 whole seasons. And do you think that we're going to do another 8 season with Melody and Martell going back and forth? No, that's it. Carlos King, that's it. It's time for Martell to sit there and tell his truth, because we already know Melody and her trauma binding overzealous fans and content creators, they have beat this dead horse and wrung this old dirty dish rag long enough. Enough is enough. Like I said, Martell is not the only one. Martell is not the first, and he's not the last that cheated. And the way that Martell tells the story, he think that Melody cheated first. He said he wasn't cheating on Melody the day he went to a barbecue. Before that, he wasn't cheating. He even asked his wife, let's go to a barbecue. He even asked his wife what his needs was. And yes, he has a right to ask what his needs was. Because if you want to say the Bible says or God said this, the Bible also said, do not provoke your husband. You cannot sit there and hold out for over long periods of times. I read that to you guys Sunday. When you hold out, especially when it's coming with sex, and you keep holding it out, the devil gonna come right in. And that's exactly what happened. The devil came right in. The devil came right in. And Martell was pleading with his wife what he wanted. And she sat there, she pretend she didn't know. But yet she went outside of her marriage and went and got some joker that she didn't know. And she went and gave him fellatio. And then when Carlos King was asking about it at the reunion, she pretended she didn't know. Now, you wouldn't know if you sitting there giving a man fellatio, and this is not a latch. Anybody will remember that unless you do it often. You see that? That's what I'm trying to say. You guys keep wants to right Martell wrongs, but yet what you do, you take melodies and you sweep it under the rug, just like when Melody had told everybody at the reunion. That's why I beat your butt. You know what she said? I'm thinking, because they did 3 parts, so I'm thinking, okay, Carlos King going to address this next week. No, they didn't address this. And we saw Maurice, we saw Tisha, we saw Stormy, and we saw Tiffany. Their mouth was on the ground when Melody said, that's why I beat your tail. If anybody was a DV, it was Melody. Melody was the villain. Martell was the victim. And like he came out and said, men cry in silence. But I hope you shed not another tear behind this. Tell the truth. Tell what's really going on. Because all the stuff that Melody did, some of it is caught on camera. How she had a torch, a lighter, and how she wanted to sit there and set this man's house on fire. She poured lighter fluid all over this man's floor, his couch, and was threatened to blow that house up over money. That's just to show you the stuff that we do for the love of money. And one thing I always tell you about it, you can never build a solid foundation off of material possession. That's like building a house on sinking sand. That's sad. That is sad. But she did all this for a storyline. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? And we got these content creators saying this is Melody's vision. Like I said, you can build a house, you can furnish the house, but that does not mean that you can live in that house. God would have somebody else, your worst enemy, to come in and rest in that house. And that's exactly what's going to happen. I told you guys, y'all don't want to listen to me. Oh, she don't know what she's talking about. I had somebody say, nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to hear the truth because everybody wants to run behind the lie. Let me sit there and start telling you guys the same crap, the same garbage that these content creators are telling you. Yes, I will have a whole bunch of people, but nobody wants to hear the truth. But God say, tell it to them anyhow because they some stiff-necked people. But I told you guys from day one, now everybody's, people, they catching on. People are, they coming to the light. And they seen, oh no, Melody been on this trauma bond train for 7 seasons. Something is about this. You mean, as they say, she's so beautiful, hot body, she's the queen. Why she just don't move on? Why she don't bring her a new boo? The way that you can sit there and you can get them back, bring in your people. Bring in your man. Show people that you have moved on. But the reason why she won't do that, because what she know is long as she's beating up on Martell, she going to be able to sit there and bank off it. She's banking off of her pain. Can't you see this? But you have been exposed. You have been exposed. Okay. Boo Boo Anderson say, Miss CGQ, how everything's beautiful. Also, Miss Wu said, the worst thing to do is build your life upon materialism. It would not last. Absolutely. I talk about it all the time. Have you ever seen a graveyard? Not a graveyard, a U-Haul going to the graveyard. Never. Because you cannot take material stuff with you. You can't take it. And that's what I was saying when it came to her children. She come out and talk about all the stuff that she have purchased for her children and how her children eat steak and eggs. Those kids not going to remember none of that. You cannot buy children. Now, maybe, once they get 18 years old, yeah, you can buy them, but babies, you cannot buy them. They're going to remember the times that mother was not there to tuck them in the bed. Mother was not there to fix oatmeal. Not mother is there to sit there when she come in and pouring us all the gifts and getting a shelf and having them prepare some fancy meals. Those kids not going to remember that. But they're going to remember the very smallest things, how dad went to their schools, how dad, when Halloween and holidays come, dad painted our face and brought us to our events. Dad combed our hair. They're going to remember that. Like I said, you're going to be accountable for all the stuff that you have done. Because one thing when it comes to children are like sponges. They don't forget. And the only ones that's going to get hurt the most, and that's the babies. And you guys are spinning this narrative when you know the facts is already laid on the table. You saw the judge orders. And the only reason why they're going back to court, because what Miss Buddy is trying to do, she's trying to save face with her fans. Because she don't like the judgment. The judge gave her so far 2 violations. One, because she was trying to make it difficult for Martell to reach his children. Why nobody talked about that? Why nobody talks about that? How Melody was changing her phone numbers. She was not complying to the judge orders, where the judge went ahead and gave her a violation. Just imagine someone sitting there turning the phone off, and your kids, you don't know where your children are bringing the kids with medication, and you don't know what the medication is for, and you cannot get in touch with her. I would be upset too. I would be upset too. Or what about when the judge ordered that you don't have those kids is not to be around no different babysitters but the dad or the grandparents, but you violated that. So you better hope that Melody does not go in jail or go to jail. That's what you guys need to be praying. But why you guys don't talk about stuff like this? Because somebody is pushing this narrative, and just like I said, and God is open, bringing them to open shame. Is somebody that's getting paid to spin this story, to to spin this false narrative. Somebody's getting paid, and you all know that I've been saying this from day one. This is nothing but a Ponzi scheme. Somebody is getting paid, and the only ones that's going to be the fall guy is these bottom feeders, bloggers. Like I said, you never win when you play dirty, because vengeance is mine, says the Lord. And this is real talk, guys. Can't get no real than this. Country Girl says that hit the like button. Please, guys, share, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Like I said, this is real talk. I can't sugarcoat. I can't compromise. And I can't tickle your ears. I have to stand on my truth, even if I have to be by myself. But the Most High God would never, ever allow me to be by myself, because it's got people right now that stands on righteousness. And if they see it, they're going to call it as they see it. If it's a bad tree, they're going to call it a bad tree. They're not going to sit there and glorify nothing that they know is not lining up with truth. Denise Marshall say, listen, Lady D, I hear every word you are saying about Mel. I seen straight through her from the beginning of this show. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad that more people are waking up. I'm glad that more people are waking up, because it's time for us to shake these grave clothes and come out of her. Like I say, when it comes to these reality shows, I know I can. I'd be a hypocrite to tell you I never been through anything. I've been through hell. I've been through hell and back. But I don't stay wilding in my sorrows like a dog going back into his own vomit. I don't do that. I might sit there and do some crazy stuff. I did some crazy stuff. If I tell you my testimony, you would say, oh no, Lady D. Yes, I did some crazy stuff. But I'm not going to keep beating on this dead horse. I do what I need to do. I take care of my business. Even if I don't want that crap, it's sitting in the front yard. I'm not going to make it easy for you. Melody made it easy because Melody didn't want it. So what's trash to you can be treasure to somebody else. So don't get mad. Don't try to sit there and use this platform for evil spoken of just because, oh, I feel like I can bank around it. Nobody wants to hear nothing about a cheater. Well, you cheated too. Your stuff is coming out as well. Like I said, the ditch that you dig for somebody else, you digging it for yourself. And the harder is going to fall, because you never win when you play dirty. Never win when you play dirty. Boo Boo Anderson says, anytime I hear a woman say, I'm a boss B, I quickly retreat. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said there and say, your gift will make room. I don't have to tell no one that I am anointed and appointed by God. I don't have to sit there and tell no one I'm a boss, because like I said, they should know, because a boss going to be, they're going to be apart, set apart. When you anointed, you're going to be what? Set apart. You're going to be different from the rest. You're going to stand out. You're not going to sit there and need a whole trauma binding people on a bandwagon, sitting there need you to sit there and run with this false narrative. And I talk about it all the time. You have to be careful who holding your ladder, because the same ones that's watching your butt go up there is the same ones that's going to shake your tail right off it. Like I said, ain't nothing good is going to come out of that, guys. Nothing. Babu also says Mel and her mother are very vindictive and hateful, in my opinion. Absolutely. Because hurt people hurt people. These people want to pitch a reality show, but if anything, these people need some serious help. Because these people come from trauma binding generational curses. And to say that Melody is the only child and she's going through all this right here. And like I said, I only can go by of what they put out because I don't know these people. I don't know these people from a can of paint. But what was going on as a child in Melody's life where she felt like she got to sit there when things does not go her way? She wants to tear the entire house down. That's why Martell say anybody that get close to her, they end up leaving her. Look what she did, Destiny. Destiny didn't even ask for the 6K. Destiny didn't ask Melody for no money. But Destiny, she had the right because she was going through a divorce. Going through a divorce, like I tell you guys all the time, is a money racket. The only ones that, get paid, and that's the judges and the lawyers. It takes money, to go through stuff like this. That's why we need a solution. We need a solution. We can't keep beating on this over and over and over because when it comes to these reality shows, we can take the foolish things of this world, which is reality shows, and we can confound the wise. It's time for us to come with a solution. How to sit there and stop repeating the same cycles over and over and over and over and over. Somebody got to draw a line and say enough is enough. Burgundy, and I might be pronouncing the person's name wrong, says the other lady from the ATL says that the other day there was a content creator who had a lady came on her panel. She had just lost a job. She broke down in tears, and the other people on the panel said Melody sent, like I said, send $1,000, and that's absolutely good. That's absolutely good. But the thing about it, the devil will bless you as well. The devil will give you exactly what you wanted. Just like, and I'm not saying Melody is a devil, but she got devilish behavior. Look what she did. Stormy, not Stormy. Yes, she did. Stormy tried to do Stormy as well when she talked about Stormy's products, saying nobody wants to smell like a fruit every day. So she trying to sit there, sabotage her black business. But what about what she did, Destiny? How she messed up Destiny business. Destiny beauty shop could have been doing good. But what she did, she went in Destiny's beauty shop and made a big scene. Once she sat there and tried to sabotage Destiny's shop, Destiny was upset. Destiny said, "You coming in and you didn't speak to me?" And she said something about the attitude. Then she walked out, and then she went and she tore down Miss Wanda's truck business. She tore two business down with one stone. That should show you how evil she is. Made that big old scene. But look how she wrote a check for Destiny for $6,000, then brought it on the show and made it a part of the storyline. Talked about it. Destiny say, "I didn't ask for that money. I didn't need your money." And even if she needed it, most likely, if Melody was going to broadcast it, she wouldn't have never took it. What person going to give you money and then talk about it? The Bible say what you give secretly. And the Most High God is going to reward you openly. I did a lot for my community. A lot. Fed thousands of people. Had 18-wheelers bringing food. Christmas come, Thanksgiving come. I did a lot, but I didn't toot my horn. Because your gift going to make room. If I sit there, cash out somebody right now $1,000, and I know they was in need, I'm not going to toot my horn and say, "Oh, I cashed out this person $1,000. No, I'm going to give it to you in secretly. Because anytime when you give someone something openly, is you want that person to sit there and toot that horn. And God is not going to get no glory in that. God is not going to get glory in that. That's why I sat there and say, guys, y'all got to come better than that. That does not impress me. That does not impress me at all. That's called a showboat. That's called a showboat. Okay? That's called a showboat. So, like I said, miss me with that. Guys, I got about 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. And like I said, in here is real talk. I don't know these people from a can of paint. Only thing that I can go by is what they put out there on social media. But it's time for Martell. It's time for Martell to start telling his truth, his story, his real life. If Martell is with Ariane, if they do have another child, and he don't want to sit there and put it on film unless you sit there and you pay him. I don't blame him. Because you guys sit there saying nobody wants to see Ariane. Yes, you guys want to see Ariane. Because the minute when Ariane or Martell click on social media, you guys right there beating us there, making videos after videos after videos. So quite obvious you wants to see them. The entire show was centered around Ariane. So why she can't sit there and tell her story, her side? Everybody else telling it. Like she said, everything was surrounded by her likeness. Come on, guys, make sense. Make it make sense. Tell the truth and shame the devil. And then you guys want to call me a pick me. Make it make sense. I'm only calling it as I see it. I'm not going to sit there and jump on this trauma bond train with you guys because it's like the blind leading the blind. And what's going to happen when the blind lead the blind? They all going to end up in the ditch. Ain't nothing good going to come out of this, guys. Nothing. Nothing. Because only what you do for the Most High God is going to last anyway. Everything else is going to fail. It's going to crumble. Everything that Mel built. And I know you might sit there and say, oh, she wrong for this. No, I only can go by of what they put out. They chose to put their personal life, knowing that it was toxic, on the reality show. Martell sat there and what he told Tasha K, he really didn't want his family on the reality show because he know the statistics, especially when it comes to Black families. I wish he would have followed his first mind, but now that he got the door open and people sitting there crucifying him, Melody, she used him as a sacrificial lamb. So now, like I say, take the gloves off. If you're going to stay on these reality shows, take the glove off and tell your story, or let him go. Because I'm pretty sure, just like Bravo opened up doors for him, Bravo would love to do a spinoff because, like I said, they think that we dysfunctional anyway. They think this is our life. So might as well get paid for it. So stop spinning these false narratives and saying that, oh, Martell can post his son for Ariane on Instagram and he can bring his son for Ariane on this reality show. That's not fair. That's not fair because the M&M kids can't come. Well, who messed that up? Who messed that up? Martell did not mess that up. Melody wanted to sit there and use those children against their father. And this is my opinion, guys. So like I said, I can say whatever I want to say. This is a reality show. They chose to put their life. Melody, she even used it as a storyline. When she took the children out the bed, had them to spy on the father when he was having dinner with Ariane and their son. The little girl told her dad, I saw you. Yes, daddy, I saw you. Martell say, who you was with? I was with mom. And then she say, oh, it's a secret. It's a secret. Martell even sat there and he came out and he said, He said one of the producers had told his children, who do you prefer, your mama or your dad? What person would do some low down stuff like that? And you wondering why the judge sided with Martell to not film the children? Because these people was doing some slick stuff. Some slick stuff. And the thing about it, they was using the babies. What's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your daggone soul? So, guys, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. Thank you, my girl, country girl, late Starbucks. Thank you, my minds, for coming in and helping the sister out. Miss Bud said this is a beautiful ad raw from the ATL. Thank you for coming in, Miss Bugs. Also, Gandhi, Bobo Addison, thank you for coming in. Denise Marshall, Miss Wu, thank you very, very much. Who else came in? So guys, thank you very much. All the ones, Bertha Raymond, thank you, Denise. Thank you guys. Thank you very, very much for coming in. Like I said, this is real talk. Don't get mad with the messenger. So I'm going to come on maybe Monday. I'm gonna come on Monday and do a review. I thought I was gonna go ahead and come on tonight, which is all depends how I feel, or not. I would just come on tomorrow and give you a fair review of what I seen. But like I said, nobody can get mad with the messenger. Nobody can get mad, Nobody can get mad with the devil. How it goes, nobody can get mad but the devil. You air it out, you are free game. I see Burgundy Raw from the ATL. She says, I'm a new subscriber. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's just like with my channel, like I said, only thing I can do, guys, is stand on my truth. I'm not gonna make up nothing, okay? Country girls say, everyone enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe and God bless you all. So, guys, you all be blessed. So I talk to you guys maybe tomorrow. But remember, this right here is only a reality show. And thank God it's their business and not yours, okay? And that's real talk.